We have a raging debate going on between. I made a comment on Friday that I said ibuprofen is dangerous and would be not over the counter if it was released today. And then on the subreddit, I noticed there's a lot of well, here's what I said about it. Let's see. A little bleeding out. So let's see. Both ibuprofen and Tylenol are commonly used. I know that. So here it's listing all the terrible things about ibuprofen. So Tylenol says the most significant risk with Tylenol is liver damage or failure. That sounds pretty bad, especially when taken in high dose or combined with alcohol. So you kind of got to fuck around. Overdosing Tylenol, I mean, that's... So I was wrong about that, actually. You can overdose. It's easier to overdose on Tylenol than ibuprofen. So you can take a bunch of Tylenol and then just die, which I guess is not as easy to do with ibuprofen, I guess. But I tried to do some... Here's the thread. And the reason I even pull it up is the comments are pretty funny. And I don't even know that they're right. So here's the PSA. Tylenol is way more dangerous than ibuprofen, and it puts 1,500 people in the hospital every year. Ethan is confusing what he heard about Tylenol with ibuprofen. You can easily overdose on Tylenol, end up needing an organ transplant or dying. That part's true. Actually, that's an important correction, is that Tylenols, they're both, I guess, pretty dangerous to take. Yeah, to overuse or to combine it with alcohol or anything. Oh, I gotta blow my nose.
Nice.
Less.
Excuse me. But the comments cracked me up, man. This person is like on an absolute mission. Let's see. This one is perfectly valid point. That one I like. Okay, it looks like some of the more psychotic ones maybe got buried by now. But the one I saw was on the top about, okay, this is my favorite one. This is the OP. Mods!
Dude.
It seriously worries me that Ethan has confused what he heard about Tylenol with ibuprofen. Popping Tylenol like candy, which is not something I don't believe I ever advocated for. Popping Tylenol like candy? I need receipts. I don't remember saying anything like that. Popping Tylenol like candy can cause serious health problems, require a liver transplant, and cause death. It is Tylenol that would not be approved by the FDA today, not ibuprofen. But the best part of this is mods. What are you asking the mods to do exactly? like what is it that you want them to do at this moment? It seriously worries me that Ethan has confused them. Okay, so mods, reach out. Let's take this seriously.
I think they expect Avery to like airdrop in here or something.
Oh man. But so the thing that I kept thinking of, and then this one, he has drank cold medicine straight from the bottle on the show without measuring. Seriously dangerous. Okay, that's not true. I did it in a shot glass, and we know how much.
I've always been paranoid to take Tylenol.
It sounds like it's perfectly fine. Just don't take too much of it.
Right, but like I've always been told, like if you are drinking, take ibuprofen or Advil or something like that.
For like a hangover?
Yeah, that's what I've always been told. Also, this is irrational thought, but do you remember what happened back in the 80s with Tylenol?
What, like one of the bottles got poisoned or something?
It was like 5 people died from that. That was back when
there was no mods back then.
There was no mods back then.
I think that's when they added the seal.
Right.
There was no seal before that.
But also it was a capsule rather than what it is today.
And how long ago was that?
I think it was like in the 80s, 85, 86.
All right. We can let that go by now.
Yeah, I know. Irrational fear here.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
You weren't even born. I mean,
I wasn't even a thought.
Well, imagine this. At one point, we almost went to nuclear war with Russia.
that's some existential dread there.
How about that?
That's talk to that with my therapist.
Just something to keep in mind. Here's someone said, I'm aware Tylenol can be dangerous, but my brother literally just had to go to the hospital for 3 days due to horrible kidney values. The doctor determined it was from ibuprofen. Brother had been having migraines and other body pains due to work and stress and was just taking a bunch of ibuprofen for a while. It almost killed him. So what are you saying? I am seriously concerned that this poster here is you know, they're saying pop ibuprofen like candy. Okay. Mods! It's so funny, man. Get the mods. I'm seriously worried, mods. What did that? I'm genuinely curious. Do anyone know what they're asking for? What do they want? Just to tell me. Okay. Oh, they're like worried about my health. Oh, okay. They want to save my life. Okay, I respect that.
It's a matter of time.
I respect that. Thanks for, I mean, they care and I appreciate that.
I will say this conversation has brought to my attention, I take way too much Advil.
Well, how much do you take?
I probably take 2 every other day.
That is pretty serious usage. Yeah, you should cut back.
Yeah.
But why? You have chronic headaches? What do you...
I find that it'll calm down some anxious feelings.
Really? You take it for anxiety? Well, there's better stuff than that.
I know. I'm aware of that. I've
never heard of that. You take Tylenol for anxiety?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a placebo thing or what.
That's what he said, Dan.
Advil.
That's Tylenol.
No. Different.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, so you take ibuprofen?
I take ibuprofen, yes.
It helps your anxiety?
I don't know if it's placebo or what, but it works.
Have you been seen a psychiatrist?
I see a psychologist.
You should see a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Because they, you know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, that's probably...
No, it's probably not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird Zach thing. I can't imagine many people doing that. Just taking Advil for anxiety every other day.
Yeah.
That's really
I find it calms me down.
How did you first discover that?
I think I was having a headache one day and I just found that it just totally calmed me down and kind of relaxed me and find it easier to fall asleep. Is it? It might be
It
placebo.
for sure is. Yeah, it for sure is. No, not good. Well, that's good. We potentially saved Zach's life.
There you go. Thank you for saving my life.
But so we did lots of research because I remember always hearing that like one of these should never have been made over the counter. And so we did all kinds of research. We found that both drugs are safe when they're used as instructed. You know, Tylenol is considered one of the safest over-the-counter medicines, apparently. But the reason many regard it as dangerous is because ibuprofen, it's because a single dose can be fatal of Tylenol if you take too much.
Whereas overdose,
yeah. Whereas ibuprofen,
when taken as directed, Tylenol is generally considered very safe, but you can OD on it. So
ibuprofen, on the other hand, is toxicity level. I guess it's much rarer for people to overdose on ibuprofen. Ibuprofen, I can't read because your cursor's covering. Ibuprofen, however, also has some serious health risks. Chronic long-term use can lead to gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney problems. Ibuprofen can cause marked worsening of hypertension or developing new blood pressure, high blood pressure. Can also damage the kidneys, worsening of heart failure, and even heart attack and a stroke. I don't know. That sounds good at all.
Anxiety meds.
In rare cases, this can be severe enough to be life-threatening. But here's the thing: if you look up any medicine side effects, it's all crazy.
I haven't been able to take any pain meds here. I'm too scared that America doesn't like regulate their dosage, because none of the stuff that's over the counter here is available in Sweden in like stores.
I got some
Tylenol.
You got some Advil right here, dude.
Ibuprofen.
I don't know. Most of them are not available.
Really?
over the counter. Yeah,
Well, I
it
mean,
scares me to take.
we're all
'cause I don't-
taking it, so you'll be fine.
I know, but I don't trust like your guys's like
We're all
regulations.
doing it.
I know. But I don't trust your guys' regulations as much as I do.
Well, what do you mean regulations? It's just the medicine.
Because you're saying some stuff is not supposed to be over the counter.
It's just saying there's a saying that if it were to come out today,
Yeah.
it would have been made by prescription only.
Right. Yeah.
But but like the medicine is
No.
the amount is correct.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you take when you have a headache in Sweden?
I don't know. I took some with me, Swedish ones that's run
It's
out.
probably
now.
Tylenol. It has a different name in Europe.
Yeah, I bet it's.
I'm almost certain it's Tylenol. They call it here. It's called paracetamol.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
that's
Paris.
that's Tylenol.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Interesting. So that one I'll feel safe taking.
Yeah,
That one
and it
is
is
over the
safe.
counter
Just
too.
just don't take a whole bottle of it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never take it really.
And yeah, so I don't know what to say. I guess they're both dangerous, but we need to let the mods know.
And as far as your confusion about if it were released today, it wouldn't be allowed to be sold over the counter. I saw arguments for both Tylenol and the ibuprofen.
Tylenol is more dangerous than ibuprofen. It puts 1,500 people in the hospital every year. Oh, that's just the thread. Scratch that. But I guess Tylenol would probably be more likely to be prescribed just because it has a higher risk of
Death.
overdosing.
Yeah.
So they would be like, here's the amount you take. That's true. The claim that there have been calls for ibuprofen to come behind the counter and need a prescription. This is true for both ibuprofen and Tylenol. People are trying to advocate for that. The awareness of Tylenol's danger and calls for it to be put behind the counter are more recent, but there have been studies supporting ibuprofen being put behind the counter as well. So there you go. Guys, whoever's in touch with the mods, please let them know. I don't know. This thread was killing me, man. So there you go. I appreciate your concern, though. Oh, here's a doctor's comment. Tylenol is much more safe than ibuprofen, says Dr. Bob's Lake House.
No.
That's what I said originally, right? Or I said the opposite.
No.
No, that's what I said.
No,
I'm a
that's what you
Tylenol
said.
boy.
Yeah, you were saying you like Tylenol. Ibuprofen is the
Yo, what's happening now? OP, 1,500 deaths a decade is peanuts. Ibuprofen does 15,600 deaths a year. However, it is all medicine and not candy, so be careful about your usage. I would always recommend Tylenol as a pain reliever over aspirin or ibuprofen. The side effects are much less than ibuprofen. Yes, there are some instances where inflammatory pain, like arthritis, where you choose ibuprofen, but again, usually also be mindful of side effects and prolonged use. All the deaths come from overdosing and exceeding the daily limit. If you take way more than the maximum limit, you can get liver failure, but even people with severe liver failure should be able to handle the maximum dose. Maximum daily limit is 4 grams or 8. So he's saying 8 extra strength pills per day is the maximum dose. Because 500 is extra strength, 300 is the normal one. 8 per day. Taken 2 at a time within 4 hours between. It's not easy to overdose on Tylenol. You have to exceed maximum daily limit by a lot, usually. There are preventable deaths, though. Packing in blisters would be safer. Packing in blisters.
like instead of a bottle, the
of a
time where
bottle.
you have to pop them out.
Yeah, the bottle is kind of crazy. It's just so many, I guess, now that I know this. Always read the instructions and don't use ibuprofen because you think it's safer. It isn't. Also, listen to ChatGPT for medical. Don't listen. Well, hold on. I was right.
You weren't right about that part.
No.
Because you listen to ChatGPT for medical information all the time.
Hold on.
Ask ChatGPT if you
But
should
I was
ask him.
right. And the doctor co-signs me. So he's co-signing ChatGPT.
Somebody on Reddit who says that they're a doctor. Not
Are
they
you
very well
saying
may be.
Bob's Lake
but
House is lying.
I'm just saying maybe a Reddit thread on our H3H3 Productions is not the place to to settle this.
He finishes.
He
like-
said it very confidently. They said it very confidently, I should say.
I choose to believe him.
Okay.
But seriously, Tylenol.
Well, then in that
way
case, where are the
safer.
mods? We need to take care of the original poster of this thread.
Wait, this
Mods?
is mods. We need to get a hold of this
Mods?
LP. He's got it totally backwards. Yo, he's got it totally backwards. We got to get a hold of him. So fun, so crazy. We got the best. We got the best community, man. Truly. Thank you. What is this? I just got to have breaking Howie Mandel news.
Yeah.
Really?
Speaking of mods,
What
someone
the
needs to
fuck? That
mod-
thumbnail's out of control, Howie.
Look at the title.
Howie Mandel does Tana Mongeau live?
What the fuck?
Well, look at the thumbnail.
Sorry?
Mods.
Mods?
Dude.
Howie
Chill,
Mandel
Howie.
does Tana. Okay.
So Howie decided he don't need to be in the thumbnail now, all of a sudden.
Right.
stretch.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Wow, Howie's coming up big time, huh? He pulled Tana.
Just learn the game.
The mods on this.
Mods!
Mods, can you do something about that?
Mods.
Mods, it's my turn to play the PlayStation. So funny. Okay, so there you go. Thank you, everybody. I hope we've all learned something really valuable today.
Learned a lot.
Let's do a poll, and then this will decide which is more dangerous, Tylenol or ibuprofen. And now this will be the decider that we'll all accept from now on.
Was that a good idea?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal idea.
I think the chat, if we just crowdsource it from the chat, it'll definitely be accurate.
That's my point. The people are never wrong. So this will settle the debate once and for all. And mods,
The question is, which one is more dangerous?
yeah, which one is more dangerous?
Ibuprofen or Tylenol?
Yeah, and mods, I hope you're watching because this is relevant,
Yeah.
highly relevant.
Eyes up, mods. Eyes open, eyes up.
All right, so I'm voting for ibuprofen because apparently Tylenol is God's drug, according to Dr. Bob's Lake House, the doctor. You see this though? It's 50-50. Like even after all that, I mean, it's so
Maybe-
silly.
Maybe both's dangerous.
They are both dangerous if
That's the
misused.
point. And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
ain't
most
taking
drugs.
I ain't taking that shit. Fuck.
I mean, you could take too much. I've heard of people taking too much melatonin and dying.
Really? You can die from
Someone-
too much water.
That's true.
Especially if it
Dan.
gets in
That's
your lungs,
so
dude.
true. That's so interesting that you say that.
Yeah.
It's called drowning.
No, it's not. You can drink too much water and die.
That's true too.
Of
I was making a drowning joke, but
Yeah.
yeah.
but yes, you can also just
Water
you know,
is deadly. Very deadly, in fact. My mom always said you can drown in a teaspoon of water, so you have to be careful. But there you go. The people have spoken. So, guys, beware of ibuprofen. Ibuprofen's the devil. Tylenol is the god. Tylenol like candy. Ibuprofen never under any excuse.
With the 5644 poll, that's what we've learned.
Of course, I'm kidding. Follow the instructions, man.
Listen to your doctor.
Listen to the doctor.
Take all
Read the
drugs as correct,
instructions.
of course.
It seems like they're both dangerous, you know? They both could be by prescription only.
Yeah.
That's what it is. How hard is it to understand? Use as directed. Right.
Yeah. It's not like one of the good drugs like weed or alcohol that you can just take an unlimited amount of.
Yeah. There's no recommended amount of alcohol.
Yeah, no.
It's just whatever.
Have at it.
Whatever you can fit.
It's a great pain reliever too.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's the biggest drinking night of the year.
Exactly. You get it. All right.
Also solves anxiety, Zach.
Oh yeah.
You could try that. I hear it just takes a sip or two.
3 sips of beer.
3 sips.
I also find that like I'm getting like carpal tunnel. Like I find that like my fingers are so Advil.
Weed and alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting sticky? Like, how's it feel in your fingers?
Like I play guitar.
Yeah.
I push keys for a living.
Mm.
So like
You're a Lego man, too.
yeah. So
But so I there's exercises you can do to prevent carpal tunnel, you know.
I do these finger stretches that I read online that are pretty
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. But,
This is one I learned in typing class in 5th grade, and I remembered it. I don't know why. I feel like it can't be real. She says, turning the doorknob. Turning the doorknob.
Yeah.
like I get it in my
We like
my,
turning the doorknob?
my wrist a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We turn.
When I broke my arm, I broke it right here, and I did this with a towel, like
Impressive.
twisting. It's kind of the same thing to like work up the muscles again.
Oh.
So
I'll give
kind
it
of
a
the-
shot.
So we're turning the doorknob.
yeah,
All right, I'll give it a
We're
shot.
opening the door and stepping into a healthier
hell yeah.
wrist.
Cameron, take
Very
notes.
Let me try it. Hold on.
Open the door.
I just have a chiropractor. On my hands.
Yeah.
Okay, Cam,
Snap them.
open the door or twist the knob. Okay, now open the door. What do you see behind the door?
It's an abandoned house in there.
Oh,
Now
shut the
step
door.
in.
No, I'm gonna
What
shut
does,
it.
Step
what does it
inside.
smell like in there?
Oh, it smells like the Liver King in here. I don't want to go through it.
Any
I'm gonna close the door.
drifters shooting up?
Let's see. We've got the cringe couple of the year. The YouTube prankster got shot. That one's pretty good.
Mm.
this is very good.